Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to JTX, and I'm coming at you today with a short video about something you may not have heard of before. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the Black PlayStation, aka the Net Yaroze. I hope you enjoy. The Black PlayStation, or the Net Yaroze, was a development kit which meant you could run a debugging mode on your PlayStation, and it was not locked to any region. It also came with a serial cable to connect the console to a PC, as well as various boot disks to load different types of software. It did, of course, also play original PlayStation games. The idea was to enable budding game developers and hobbyists alike to create their own software for the PlayStation. Yaroze means "let's do it together" in Japanese. This interlinks with the objective of getting communities together to share their work and ideas. The Net Yaroze differed to the standard professional PlayStation development kit in that it had a lower RAM capacity and less software and technical help at hand. It would allow hobbyist coders to buy a basic version of the PlayStation development kit for the princely sum of £550, although this was later cut in half. Around 1,000 units were sold in Europe, which effectively created a ready-made community of budding developers working independently on the PlayStation platform. Sony also provided online forums where every creator had a page and they could play each other's games, as well as get technical help from other creators, as well as Sony themselves. There were some fantastic games that were developed and released for the PlayStation using the Net Yaroze, from very basic games like Mahjong by Gerard Rittenhofer, to more advanced games like Terra Incognita by Mitsuru Kamiyama, which is often cited as the most ambitious title on the Net Yaroze. In Japan, Net Yaroze experience also helped with jobs. The three-man team that worked on Terra Incognita all landed placements at T&E Soft, while Kamiyama later moved on to Square Enix of Japan. Many of these games were also made available via the monthly demo discs from official UK PlayStation magazine. The whole Net Yaroze scene was heavily European based. There were a lot of developers in Japan, but they were cut off somewhat from the Europeans due to the language barrier, and there wasn't as much interest in the US as it wasn't as pushed as much over the Atlantic, with the community getting far less coverage from the press. The technical limitations of the Net Yaroze kit were well documented. Data couldn't be continuously streamed from the host computer or CD, meaning the entire game had to fit on roughly 3.5 megabytes. The connection with the PC was through a serial cable, which made transferring the data pretty slow. Alongside this, the game would have to fit into the main memory of the console, which again left them with limited scope. But on the back of that, it was a good way for budding enthusiasts and hobbyists alike to learn to work within the constraints of what they were given, as developing on consoles was always a war against making everything efficient and as small as it possibly could be. In spite of the steep learning curve, technical limitations, and difficulty of getting a good game out there, the tangible benefits of being an active Net Yaroze member outweighed everything else. For those who got involved, having a completed project proved invaluable on a resume, and landing a spot on the official PlayStation magazine demo was even better, since it could be taken to interviews as part of a portfolio. The Net Yaroze was a very important tool for many and had heavy influence on future dev kits before different softwares were so accessible for PCs. This came out at a time when computer game design courses were few and far between, and this relic goes into the books as PlayStation's best original looking console that most of us never even touched. So it's very interesting to see where we've come over time as far as games development is concerned, and how many more people are programming now. And it almost feels like these kind of consoles and dev kits were the stepping stones for enthusiasts and hobbyists alike to be making these sort of games and learning how to code. Thanks again for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.